Hello, 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 and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jameelah, and I am a master manifester, and I'm sure you are too if you're watching content like this. The name of this channel is Manifesting Magic the Practical Way, because there's a lot of practicalities related to manifesting that life that we choose, right? Right. We already know this, right? We don't like it, but we're here, we're human, we have some tangible, practical ways, things that we have to develop in order to see more, in order to have a better view, right? Um, Divine timing. Whenever I'm moving around in the house in the morning, like getting ready, doing things, making coffee, getting my life together and all that kind of stuff, trying to decide if I'm going to go to yoga, packing my mat and my clothing and all that sort of stuff. I always think, oh, what can I do a message about today, right? And so sometimes I just stop thinking about it. I'm like, and then it doesn't happen. I'm like, whatever. And then like I'll stop thinking about it. Then all of a sudden something hits me. And this morning I was like picking everything up and moving around. And I was like, man, divine timing. I was saying divine timing because many times we want answers to things that are showing up in our lives that we're trying to understand, that we're trying to make sense of in some sort of way. We want results. We want some feedback. We want our stuff. We want that tangible item. We want that money. We want that free time. We want that apology. We want that vacation. We want. It's like we wouldn't be humans if we weren't desiring something every single day. From the moment we open our eyes, we're desiring something, right? It just starts there. That's just who we are. That is the permanent predicament of a human. Because even if it comes to your basic necessities, you're desiring something, right? Divine timing. And I say divine timing because we can go force things and we can try to create something really specific in our lives by using our muscle to do it, by pushing people out of the way and grabbing what we want by the neck and wrangling it down. And mind you, we may get some stuff like that. We may achieve some goals like that. We may create some things in our lives like that. But what we find out is that the same way that we had to get it and grab it is the same thing that we're going to have to keep on doing to get it and grab it. But when we want those things through our universe, when we want those things to come through God, when we want those things to show up in our lives with the ease, and we want to be receptive to it, we want all the love and abundance and high energy that comes along with allowing things to unfold in our lives, then we have to back off, right? But in backing off, it's not always easy to just sit back and say, oh, I know these things are going to work out. I know this situation is going to work out. And so in our minds, we're just like, when, where, how, especially the how. We always going on about the how, right? But at the end of the day, divine timing means that everything that's supposed to be in order, the exact amount of money, the exact people, the exact position, the exact ideas, the exact words, the exact mindset, all those things are intersecting with each other at one time to perform this amazing dance of divine energy and light and high frequency. And then we get to see the results of that. And when those things happen, you can't plan it. You can't even create it that way in your life, right? So just keep that into perspective. We all want these things to happen when we want it because our human mind is like, how about now? How about now? How about now? You ever checked on something a million times? How about now? Right? I remember when I don't get it anymore, but I remember when I used to get big tax returns. And I would be in the beginning of the year and they were like, check on your return, check on your return. Now I'm just like, can I get away without paying something? But, I remember checking, those used to be lifesavers, checking on my return. And I would check at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 2:15, 2:45. Every now and then doing that, something would show up when I kept checking a whole bunch of times. But to be honest with you, it was all a waste of time because everything that was coming to me was showing up in divine timing anyway, right? You ever been in a situation where everything was going so wrong? I mean, I remember so many times, especially in my first marriage, in my, when I was married. I always say first, like I have a second one. When I was married. And maybe I'm planning on a second one. That's what first marriage, because it comes out automatically, right? You got to watch those things that just slip out. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes they're just indicators of where your mindset and your heart is really at, right? I would be in these ridiculous situations all the time of drama, of nonsense, and the stuff that 20-something-year-olds get into sometimes when they get married without emotional maturity, right? And I remember I would always feel this panic about, when is this going to change? When is this going to unfold? And when really specific things finally changed and it finally got better, it was like the timing of it couldn't have been more perfect, right? Everything was where it was supposed to be. The children were covered. I was covered. Our well-being was covered. Everything has always showed up in divine timing. Divine timing is so sweet because we don't have to keep watching it. We don't have to keep looking and going, when, and how, and where. Because when we least expect it, when we have the least attention towards this thing, that is when those answers will show up. That is when that new energy and attitude. You ever been in a funk for a long time and you're just like, when am I going to feel better? Oof, I've had that. And I've had an extended funk. And I'm like, oh, this is what must be what people call depression. And I was like, every day waking up, when am I just going to feel better, right? When am I just going to feel better? And it happened, right? And it was exactly on time with when I was supposed to feel better, exactly when I was supposed to see the bigness and the expansion happening in my life, exactly when I was supposed to evolve, right? This happens all the time when we think we're supposed to get like a position somewhere, or we think we're supposed to get like be in someone's favor, and these things don't work out. And then what works out for us, like the very next day, because we missed that, we're just like, wow, I would have been preoccupied with that thing had I not waited on God's timing. Divine timing. It'll stop you from wanting. It'll stop you from that cringy, over graspy feeling that we have sometime when we really, really desire to get to another place in our lives. Because we'll remember that we're not doing this by ourselves. We're not making it go. When everything's falling into place and it's exactly where it's supposed to be and it's exactly on time, your mindset is right, the right people are around, the right energy is around, the right frequency, all those things. That's the way you want to manifest. Manifest in any other kind of way on a lesser level means that you're going to have to jump to that lesser level to produce in your life. And this is the last thing before I go. It's similar to like having a job or something that you do, and it compromises some big values in you. You're creating through those lower frequencies and those lower values. So it's going to be really hard to manifest beyond that until you let that lower frequency go. A lot of people think that they can take the lower frequency way of doing things and push it to the next level. But I've been through this a whole bunch of times. When you start pushing to that next level, the universe, God, has a way of stripping you of all the crap you got from that lower frequency and rebuilding you so you can understand the value in divine timing and manifesting through those means as opposed to your own human grit, right? Anyway, 6:52. I was going to make myself some breakfast or something. I don't have no time. I'm going to get on out of here. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day and divine timing. Let it all flow. Do your part, then sit back and wait for the divine timing for everything that you need to show up in your life.